That's really interesting because 170 million Americans is not a small portion of the population. And within that 170 million, there are business owners, there are entrepreneurs, there are people who say, and I think have told you, that their business has reached a level that it would not have reached without TikTok. What does this decision today mean for those business owners and entrepreneurs?
I think any creator and any person whose business is reliant on social media would likely tell you right now that they know how important it is to diversify, because any social media platform can be fickle, right? This came up numerous times when Facebook and Instagram would just change their algorithm, and all of a sudden you were getting a ton of traffic and now you're getting no traffic. And creators and businesses that rely on social media have tried to be on as many platforms as possible and try to sort of spread the love as much as they can, because they know that some of these platforms aren't going to be here forever or aren't going to give them a steady stream of traffic and revenue. And so I think you're going to see, you've likely already seen, a lot of these creators trying to diversify and trying to make sure that the people who found them on TikTok know how to reach them everywhere else, know how to get to their website to continue ordering their products, know how to find them on other social platforms, etc. But this is part of the argument that TikTok is making, is that you shouldn't have to be able to find those people elsewhere. If those people want to be on TikTok and they want their, clients to find them on TikTok, why would we take that away?
Interesting. And I don't have TikTok. I guess I feel like disclosure, I don't use it. But I guess I engage with it because I see people posting TikTok videos to other social media platforms. So the proliferation is huge, which makes me think that the next few months could get really, really interesting. What will you be watching for?
Oh, many things. I think I'll be watching for TikTok's legal response, right? Which may come very soon, and it may take a little while for them to figure out their strategy. But they've pledged to fight this in court. They've been very clear about that, and so figure out what their arguments will be and what the government's counter arguments will be is really interesting and has ramifications far beyond just TikTok. And I'll be looking at big advertisers too, right? Can TikTok maintain the sort of power that it has now, or are other big brands that are partnering with them going to start to shy away?
Or would they invest? I mean, we're talking about TikTok US. This doesn't affect TikTok in Europe or Asia or South America, correct? So
That's right.
Could users with a VPN or a jailbroken phone or really tech-savvy ways that I clearly don't possess, given the way I'm asking this question, find a way to download a foreign version of TikTok and use it that way?
Yeah, if a person in the United States really wants to get on TikTok, they're going to be able to do that, right? And the effect of this bill isn't to go after individual people who want to get on TikTok for one reason or another. But because the app won't be able to have a sort of normal presence in the United States, its ability to do business here will be dramatically diminished. And that is, I think, what Congress and the president are trying to do here. They would actually, I think Congress and the president would prefer that ByteDance just divest. That's what they want to happen. It's just, there's a big question about whether that will happen. And if it doesn't, we're in uncharted territory. The United States government has never tried to ban a social media app before. This is wild times, guys.
It does seem wild. And what are the implications for other social media companies? What are you hearing from your sources?
Well, there are certainly competitors that stand to benefit. Mark Zuckerberg has portrayed Meta's platforms as an alternative to TikTok, and argued to lawmakers and to the public that we want American-run and American-owned social media more than we want Chinese-owned or run social media in the United States. And so he certainly staked out that position. Meta is an obvious benefactor here. But there are others as well. Snapchat, Amazon, right? TikTok has really been trying to get into e-commerce. even other Chinese companies like Shein and Temu on the marketplace side probably stand to benefit a little bit if TikTok Shop goes away. And so really anyone else playing on the same turf as TikTok is probably a beneficiary here.
It's also interesting, too, because President Biden is on TikTok. He made a big splash when he joined TikTok ahead of the Super Bowl last year. So there's just, it's a really complicated ecosystem.
The dissonance is real.
The dissonance is real.